I might be out of
2024,
business.
mark the words. No way. In a whole different realm of business. Oprah coming next. Once I establish this as a place of truth,
Yeah.
oh yeah. Watch. God's people ain't that few.
Prince.
It seems like Katt Williams may have found himself in a precarious situation as rumors circulate about Oprah Winfrey being displeased with his recent revelations. Katt has been making some controversial and potentially illegal statements about Oprah lately, stirring up quite a storm. Now, there are whispers that Oprah is not taking this lightly and has reportedly issued a stern warning to Katt, urging him to refrain from discussing her any further. Despite the warning, Katt has continued to share his thoughts on Oprah, and the situation has escalated to the point where he claims to have received anonymous death threats allegedly linked to Oprah. Speculation in the grapevine suggests that Oprah might have orchestrated these threats to silence Katt permanently. The situation is undeniably messy, so if you want the inside scoop, buckle up because there's some intense drama unfolding. Interview. It appears that the feud and tension between Katt Williams and Oprah Winfrey might be more serious than initially thought. There are rumors circulating that Oprah is growing weary of being associated with Katt Williams, as he has been actively working to expose her. Oprah is reportedly fed up with her name constantly trending due to Katt's efforts. It's understandable why she might feel this way, considering the significant amount of information Katt has been revealing about her. Katt has been divulging a considerable amount of information, garnering support from a substantial portion of the audience in the comments under these videos. Oprah, who has long been regarded as a prominent advocate for Black excellence in Hollywood, is known for her philanthropic endeavors, such as running a girls' school in South Africa. She is also recognized as a self-made billionaire who allegedly built her empire from the ground up. Despite these accomplishments, the ongoing drama with Katt Williams is causing a notable impact on her public image. But here's the unexpected twist. Apparently, what meets the eye isn't always the whole story. Lately, insiders have been dishing out some surprising revelations about Oprah, painting a less flattering picture of her behind the scenes. The details emerging about her are genuinely mind-boggling, and the deeper you delve, the more bewildering it becomes. Enter CAD, who decided it was high time to spill some scalding hot tea on how Oprah managed to maintain an untarnished reputation for years while allegedly being knee-deep in scandalous affairs. Astonishingly, despite engaging in activities that would typically end careers, Oprah not only remained at the top, but expertly buried these scandals so well that most people are oblivious to them. While there have been murmurs here and there, it took Katt's fearlessness to expose the real deal. When you have someone like Katt spilling tea in Hollywood, you can bet it's a game changer. Katt is as fearless as they come, and Oprah suddenly found herself in uncharted territory. Caught off guard by an unexpected storm, Oprah found herself facing a challenge she had never anticipated. Interestingly, prior to this, there were individuals who attempted to expose Oprah, but her formidable influence in Hollywood, coupled with powerful connections within the industry, allowed her to easily quell any attempts to tarnish her image. She stood as the most influential Black woman in Hollywood, with a network of high-profile friends who shielded her from potential controversies. However, the dynamics changed when Katt entered the scene. Unlike those before him, Katt proved to be unyielding in his determination to reveal truths. His boldness in addressing topics like the Illuminati and industry gatekeepers garnered attention, earning him a reputation as a fearless truth-teller. People began to take notice and lend credence to his words. Before Katt's revelations, 50 Cent had also been actively working to expose Oprah. Though not as relentless as Katt, 50 Cent contributed to the efforts to bring certain aspects of Oprah's life into the spotlight. Yet, it was Katt's persistent and unapologetic approach that truly captured the public's attention and led to a shift in the narrative surrounding Oprah. Despite being as cunning as a cat and adept at rattling Oprah, 50 Cent has invested significant effort in exposing her alleged hypocrisy. One must acknowledge 50's prowess as the ultimate troll in Hollywood. He never lets a feud go unresolved and refuses to forgive his adversaries. His resilience is evident as he stands firm, unwavering, and famous for holding onto grudges seemingly indefinitely. Social media serves as his battleground, where he skillfully drags opponents and takes the art of messing with people to new heights. However, amidst all the trolling, there's another side to 50 Cent. He actively champions Black justice and is quick to step up when fellow Black artists face adversity in the industry. Beyond the chaos, he has pledged to donate the proceeds from his upcoming Diddy documentary to victims in South Africa, showcasing a commitment to making a positive impact. 50 Cent has played the role of an unsung hero in the industry, particularly when supporting Monique, who faced the cold shoulder from Oprah. In instances like Taraji's revelation about Oprah lowballing her for the color purple, 50 Cent has shown genuine support, proving that beneath the trolling exterior, he has a sense of justice and empathy. Quickly extending an offer for a role in his upcoming projects, 50 Cent assured her that he would pay her true worth. This side of 50 Cent, which may be unfamiliar to many, contrasts sharply with the public image of Messi. Standing up for what's right in the industry deserves attention. However, in the past, 50 Cent exposed Oprah, revealing a side of her that might be unknown to the public. According to him, Oprah has a history of intentionally undermining Black artists by using her platform to portray them negatively. One example he pointed out was Toni Braxton's experience in 1998. After facing bankruptcy due to being scammed by financial advisors and making some unfortunate investments, Toni sought refuge on Oprah's show to set the record straight. However, instead of supporting Toni, Oprah took an unexpected turn, criticizing Toni for her supposed lack of street smarts and financial wisdom. This move by Oprah left Toni looking foolish and careless with her money, adding to the challenges she was already facing in the public eye.
Responsibility for the situation that you're in right now?
100%.
100%?
100%.
How did that happen?
Because I allowed all my finances to become everyone else's finances. That's pretty much how I got here. The most important thing I learned is to trust and believe in myself. And don't put all your trust and belief in someone else when it comes to handling your money.
Oh, please, that is the first rule.
I know, right?
That is success 101.
But the situation escalated further when Oprah began mocking Toni for facing financial difficulties. Despite Toni's privileged upbringing with a silver spoon, Oprah, who herself had grown up in comfort, decided it was the opportune moment to throw some shade. She ridiculed Toni for no longer being able to afford her usual designer clothes and luxurious lifestyle. Oprah even went as far as questioning whether Toni was contemplating selling off personal belongings to make a quick buck.
B-R-O-K-E, broke?
Broke.
Like broke?
Like, no money.
No money.
Yeah.
Like net worth what?
Negative.
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 She has filed for bankruptcy. Appraisers are now taking stock of her personal possessions, her baby grand piano, her Gucci silverware, her Porsche and Lexus. They're even counting her shoes and her Grammys. First of all, I didn't know Gucci made silverware. When you had Gucci silverware and baby grand pianos, and you're used to wearing $5,000 and $6,000 and $7,000 gowns at a time, and spending $500 on a pair of shoes.
A man publicly confronting a woman who had just faced bankruptcy on national television was extremely inappropriate and crossed the line. Despite Toni managing to maintain a smile during the interview, it was evident that the woman was uncomfortable. Being a professional, she had to play it cool on stage, grinning and bearing it. However, the real conversation unfolded offstage. Once out of the spotlight, she didn't hold back and called out Oprah for some questionable moves during the interview that made her feel extremely uncomfortable. Watching the snippets, it's evident that Toni wasn't comfortable with Oprah's actions. The onstage smile was merely a facade, and as soon as she had the opportunity, Toni expressed how Oprah had crossed serious boundaries. It's acceptable to be a talk show host, but throwing shade at a fellow Black woman in that manner is absolutely not cool.
She was so freaking mean to me. I was in shock.
100%.
I couldn't believe it because I loved her so much. I admired her and looked up to her. And she pretty much reprimanded me. And immediately, she made me feel this big. This big. That moment completely changed my career. It made people look down on me.
I don't have real-time information, and my training only includes knowledge up to January 2022. So I can't provide updates on specific events or controversies that may have occurred after that date. As of my last update, I don't have information on Monique fighting against Oprah or any attempt by Oprah to ruin Monique's career. It's important to approach such statements and claims critically and consider multiple perspectives and sources of information to form a well-rounded understanding of any situation. If there have been developments or new information since my last update, you might want to check reliable news sources for the latest updates on the matter. In her journey to become an industry powerhouse, Monique encountered a significant hurdle when she found herself on the wrong side of Oprah Winfrey. Let's rewind to 2009 when Monique delivered a compelling performance in Oprah's movie, Precious. Despite the backing of two influential figures in the industry, Oprah and Tyler Perry, Monique was surprisingly offered a meager paycheck that fell far short of her deserving compensation. Undeterred, she accepted the deal, delivered an outstanding performance that left audiences with goosebumps, and played a pivotal role in Precious, becoming a massive hit. The success prompted Oprah and Tyler Perry to organize a press tour, extending the wave of triumph even further. Monique found herself at odds with an impromptu press tour idea, despite having already fulfilled all her contractual obligations. The unexpected bombshell of a press tour, dropped by Oprah and Tyler Perry, left her feeling blindsided. Despite Oprah's renowned status as the queen of talk shows, it appeared that a different agenda was at play, and unfortunately, Monique's career bore the brunt of it. Having completed months of filming and promoting Precious, Monique was eager to take a break and spend quality time with her family. The prospect of hitting the road again for another round of promotions was not exactly thrilling for her. Reluctantly, she acquiesced to join the press tour orchestrated by Oprah and Tyler Perry. However, a significant caveat loomed over this agreement. Unlike the customary arrangement where actors are compensated for their participation in press tours, Oprah and Tyler appeared rather frugal in their approach. In a departure from the norm, Oprah, in a surprising move, chose to be frugal and dropped the bombshell. They anticipated Monique to foot the bill for everything: flights, hotels, glam squad, and all other conceivable expenses. This deviation from the industry standard added insult to injury, considering that Monique had already been underpaid for her role in Precious. The expectation that she now dip into her own pockets for the press tour expenses seemed like a double blow, especially when these costs are traditionally covered by the production. When Monique firmly stood her ground in response to a perceived injustice, Oprah reportedly reacted by not acknowledging the situation, but instead unleashed criticism. Rather than recognizing the disagreement, Oprah used her influence to damage Monique's reputation. Initially praising Monique as a brilliant actor from Precious, Oprah suddenly portrayed her as difficult to work with. It seemed like Oprah had the power to flip the switch on Monique's public image simply because Monique dared to speak up for what she believed was right. Oprah even contributed to spreading rumors during an interview, stating that responding to negativity with negativity creates a combustive force of energy, implying that Monique was responsible for the negative turn of events. Overcoming negativity requires transcending it rather than stooping to meet it. I firmly believe in rising above negative energy and avoiding engagement with it. Regardless of the individual involved, I would never entertain negativity. There are claims that Oprah Winfrey played a role in sidelining Monique, allegedly pulling strings to hinder her career. This purported sabotage had a significant impact on Monique, who spoke out about Oprah making Black women invisible. Monique's perspective stems from personal experiences and the pain of being set back by actions she attributes to Oprah. During those challenging times when Monique was facing professional challenges, 50 Cent stood by her side, providing unwavering support. Unlike many others, 50 Cent openly confronted Oprah and was one of the few who dared to speak up for Monique. In a bold public declaration, 50 Cent rallied support for Monique's comeback, urging others to endorse her return to the top. 50 Cent's genuine backing was evident when he attended Monique's stand-up show during Super Bowl weekend, praising her performance and encouraging others to experience it. Interestingly, 50 Cent shared in his book, Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter, that he too had faced opposition from Oprah. According to 50 Cent, Oprah attempted to undermine him with a blackballing maneuver. This revelation sheds light on a different aspect of Oprah's interactions with individuals in the industry, adding another layer to the complex dynamics at play. It all began when Oprah criticized 50 Cent's lyrics on her talk show, prompting him to deliberately become her enemy. According to 50 Cent, he wanted to prove to his grandmother and the world that he had achieved greatness. Despite his desire to appear on Oprah's show, she publicly denounced him, labeling his lyrics as misogynistic and accusing him of glorifying gun violence. Frustrated by Oprah's disapproval of his music, 50 Cent decided that if they couldn't be friends, they could at least be enemies. In an act of next-level pettiness, 50 Cent named his dog after Oprah Winfrey and his cat after Oprah's BFF, Gayle King. However, his mission to expose Oprah didn't go as planned. Oprah allegedly managed to suppress the expose, preventing it from seeing the light of day and keeping the drama relatively unknown to the public. Dave later exposed Oprah's manipulative side, revealing that she has been using her platform for questionable purposes. Despite 50 Cent's efforts, Oprah seemed to have successfully stifled the controversy surrounding their feud. For years, there has been a tendency to unjustly criticize Black artists without any apparent justification. In one instance within Oprah's narrative, Ludacris found himself as a target. Picture this. Ludacris was featured on Oprah's show, engaged in a press run for his movie Crash at the time. Everything seemed amicable until Oprah decided to take a different direction during the interview. Rather than discussing the movie and Ludacris' role, she shifted gears to grill him about his music choices and questioned why he used the N-word. Ludacris, feeling uneasy about this abrupt change, called her out during a radio show.
I was there for Crash, for the movie. Yeah. And basically she said something about not agreeing with my music, but she thought I did great in the movie. And of course I was up there with the whole cast of Crash. And so I didn't necessarily feel like that needed to be said. You know, you didn't agree with my music. And even if you don't agree with certain songs I made, say you don't agree with certain songs, don't say you just don't agree with all of my music. Right.
However, the twist in this situation occurred when Oprah featured the interview on her show. During the airing, she actively engaged in full-blown editing, selectively cutting and manipulating portions of Ludacris' responses to portray him in a negative light.
She was able to say what she said, and then I had my rebuttal, and when I saw the final show, her comments were in there.
It was in there, but yours wasn't in there.
And mine weren't in there, so it just looked like I kind of took it.
Wow.
Like it was just quiet. And
Are you a yes man?
Did.
In a bizarre turn of events, accusations have surfaced against Oprah Winfrey, claiming that she played a shady role in tarnishing Michael Jackson's legacy. The saga dates back to 1993 when Jackson granted Oprah an exclusive interview at his famed Neverland Ranch, marking a rare breach of the King of Pop's well-guarded privacy. This interview not only catapulted Oprah's global popularity, but also cemented a claimed friendship with Jackson until his untimely death. However, post-Jackson's demise, Oprah allegedly executed a complete about-face. Seizing the controversy surrounding the Leaving Neverland documentary, which delved into accusations against Jackson, Oprah dedicated a significant segment to interviewing Jackson's accusers, Wade Robson and James Safechuck. What adds an element of confusion to this narrative is that both accusers had previously recanted their testimonies under oath, affirming that Jackson was innocent. The question that naturally arises is, why did Oprah provide a platform to these individuals? Critics argue that she seemed intent on reigniting the case and casting doubt on Jackson's innocence, even in the face of contradictory testimonies. While Oprah asserted her motivation was to raise awareness about sexual abuse issues in the industry, skeptics, including a figure referred to as Katt, called her out on what they perceive as hypocrisy. Adding fuel to the fire are allegations tying Oprah to heavyweights like Harvey Weinstein and Jeffrey Epstein, notorious for their involvement in questionable activities. Rumors swirl about Oprah's purported friendship with these controversial figures and even suggest that she might have been aware of their shady dealings long before they became public knowledge. The irony is glaring. Oprah, who positions herself as a beacon for shedding light on sexual abuse issues, stands accused of having connections to individuals involved in such activities. It's a perplexing scenario, akin to a call coming from inside the house, with Oprah exhibiting selective hearing when it comes to addressing allegations against those she associates with closely. The individual in question, who vocally advocates for shedding light on various societal issues, seems to exhibit a noticeable inconsistency when it comes to addressing concerns within her inner circle. While she readily wears the activist hat for matters that don't hit close to home, she appears conspicuously silent when it involves her close associates. This selective outrage raises questions about her true stance on such matters, creating a perplexing situation for observers. It's worth noting that criticisms of this inconsistency aren't limited to one perspective. Notably, 50 Cent has accused this person of hypocrisy, particularly in her focus on Black men like Michael Jackson and Russell Simmons, while seemingly overlooking individuals like Harvey Weinstein and Epstein. The observation is that the person tends to target specific figures, leading to a perception of bias in her actions. Interestingly, 50 Cent draws attention to a death blow documentary directed at R. Kelly by someone named Jill. This documentary is criticized for publicly convicting its targets before they have the opportunity to prove their innocence. The sentiment expressed is that this approach may not align with the principles of justice, and it contributes to the contradictions surrounding the individual in question. Further scrutiny reveals that this person's choice of targets might not be arbitrary. There's a distinction drawn between shady actions and illegal activities. While figures like 50 Cent and Dave Chappelle have exposed questionable behaviors, they fall within a legal gray area, shielding the person from potential legal consequences. On the other hand, the revelations made by someone named Katt appear to tread closer to the line between legality and illegality, prompting a more fervent effort to suppress the discussion. The mention of rumors in 2020 about the individual's house being raided on suspicions of involvement in a trafficking ring adds another layer to the narrative. The person vehemently denied these allegations, attributing the trending rumors to falsehoods. However, Katt, while not explicitly accusing the person of falsehoods, strongly suggested it, pointing to the person's association with individuals involved in various essay cases throughout their career. Notably, Katt highlighted the person's friendship with Harvey Weinstein before his exposure, indicating a pattern of association with questionable characters. Moreover, Katt pointed to the revelations made by British actress KD and Noble, who accused both Oprah and Naomi Campbell of aiding Harvey Weinstein in deceiving and silencing individuals who sought to expose his misconduct. In summary, the contradictions surrounding this individual's actions, particularly in addressing issues within her inner circle, raise valid concerns about the sincerity and consistency of her advocacy. The distinctions drawn between shady actions and illegal activities, as well as the associations with controversial figures, contribute to a complex narrative that prompts further examination and scrutiny.
Gonna be in touch. And he was with people in which I admired dearly. He was with Naomi Campbell, he had Oprah Winfrey there with him, who entered the room and was swinging off his arm and just seemed like a very dear friend.
In a peculiar turn of events, Oprah Winfrey found herself embroiled in controversy, revealing a seemingly selective approach to addressing issues involving her associates. Notably, her association with the Brazilian spiritual healer known as John of God raised eyebrows. Oprah, initially a vocal supporter of this purported healer, had gone so far as to travel to Brazil to meet him. On her show, she enthusiastically endorsed his supposed abilities, hailing him as the real deal. However, the narrative took a dark twist when John of God was exposed for engaging in heinous activities such as child and human trafficking, chaining women, coercing pregnancies, and even profiting from the sale of babies or their organs. While one might expect Oprah to publicly address this shocking revelation and distance herself from John of God, she chose a different path. Instead of acknowledging the gravity of the situation, Oprah opted for a vanishing act. Without offering apologies or explanations, she quietly removed videos featuring John of God from the internet, essentially pretending as though the entire association had never occurred. This decision left many bewildered, considering the magnitude of the accusations against John of God and Oprah's initial endorsement of him. Surprisingly, the fallout from this scandal did not receive the widespread attention one might anticipate. According to insider information shared by an individual referred to as Katt, Oprah's influential connections played a role in suppressing the media coverage surrounding the controversy. Allegedly, powerful friends in high places were pulling strings to keep the scandal under wraps, shielding Oprah from the scrutiny that such a scandal might otherwise attract. Oprah's philanthropic endeavors also faced scrutiny when controversies surfaced surrounding a school she founded for girls in South Africa. A male worker at the school was arrested on charges related to inappropriate behavior with female students, casting a shadow over the institution's reputation. This incident raised questions about the effectiveness of Oprah's oversight and the safety of the students under her care. Additionally, singer Seal insinuated that Oprah might have been less than truthful about her knowledge of Harvey Weinstein's misconduct. In an Instagram post, Seal suggested that Oprah had heard rumors about Weinstein but claimed ignorance of the extent of his actions. This accusation led to a swift response from Oprah, who reportedly attempted to silence Seal. Strangely, battery charges were filed against Seal just 5 days after his public call-out, only to be dropped shortly afterward. Inside sources hinted at a connection between the dropped charges and Seal's accusations against Oprah, creating an atmosphere of intrigue and suspicion surrounding the entire episode. In a scathing Instagram post, comedian Katt Williams didn't hold back in addressing Oprah Winfrey's alleged shady activities, drawing attention to the silence surrounding them for years. However, his bold revelations seem to have ignited a firestorm, with Oprah reportedly fuming at the comedian. What's more troubling is that Katt has purportedly received threats to his life since speaking out about Oprah's supposed actions. While Katt Williams is no stranger to controversy, insiders claim that this situation is markedly different, and he is genuinely fearful for his safety. Allegations have surfaced suggesting that Oprah might have allegedly taken extreme measures, even putting a hit out on Katt. Despite the potential dangers, Katt's fans have rallied behind him, expressing unwavering support and asserting that he is protected. Commenters on social media have been vocal, stating that they already see Oprah for who she is, and she can't revert to her previous image. Katt Williams, praised for his courage in speaking his truth, is regarded as untouchable by Oprah, particularly because he has garnered the backing of the streets. Fans are adamant that any retaliation from Oprah would only serve to expose her further, as the truth about her alleged activities has already come to light. The sentiment among supporters is clear. They are not here for Oprah, and Katt appears to have established a certain level of immunity due to his widespread backing. As discussions unfold online, the consensus is that Oprah has been exposed, and any attempts to silence Katt may only result in further scrutiny. It remains to be seen how this controversy will unfold, but for now, Katt Williams remains a figure backed by his fans and the streets.